everyone, it's just Praise here, and it's been a while, but I am back. And I apologize in advance if the audio was a little bit weird because the ocean is behind me and I just wanted this nice scenery to be in. And I know it's not, you can't see anything because it's too bright, but today is October 10th and it is National Mental Health, no, JK, it is World Mental Health Awareness Day. And to show your support, you wear yellow, haha, yellow. And what better t-shirt than the Nathan Said Good Enough shirts, and link below to buy that shit because they're comfortable and beautiful and I love them so much. And I'm with Julia, she's eating, we're both eating, so she'll pop in once in a while, don't know yet, she'll see.
My chewing is so loud.
Yeah, we'll see how she feels. But I kind of wanted to talk about kind of like the mental illnesses I suffer from and kind of to shed light on things like that and to talk about the importance of getting help. And yay, she's joining me!
Shut up! Look gross!
You look so cute. I didn't, like, I knew it, but also I didn't really see it until you in the camera.
Okay, backstart. I'm getting ready for an event today, and I cut my hair shorter, so I want to make it wavy, and by doing so, I have braided my hair, which I never do because I look like I'm 12, and I put mousse on it, so I'm just waiting for that to hold and stay wavy. I don't really know. So yeah, that's why I look like I'm 12 right now.
No.
Where do I look? There?
Look here. Yeah, that way people will feel like they're talking to you and making eye contact when they watch the video. So if you want to talk about kind of the issues you go through also, totally feel free to do so, or if you just want to like kind of comment on what I go through since you are the receiving end of a lot of these things, you totally can.
So she's a perfect human being and she thinks she has a lot of issues and
thinks I do?
She is just pure and gold and there's no one like her. Yes. No. So she goes through some things like anxiety and depression, and I totally understand because like I go through those things sometimes too, and it's kind of hard because you can't really control them. It's like, oh, why are you sad? Like, stop being sad. Like, no, you don't say that because it's not something that you can control necessarily. So when you say that shit, it doesn't do much. So,
insert the meme that Gracie coincidentally tagged me in right here because it's very true.
Where?
You didn't see it? It's right here. It's right here. You didn't see that? It's right there.
I don't know why you're pointing to air. Stop.
Okay, so since today is National Mental Health Awareness Day, I'm going to be talking about 4 different things. It's going to be anxiety, depression, body dysmorphia, treatments, and coping techniques. So yeah, so talk about my anxiety. I think I've always suffered from anxiety. I care too much about what other people think and what people don't think of me, in the sense of like, sometimes with my best friends I can be very irrational, where I know, like, let's say, example, Julie is a very busy person because she's so popular, all these responsibilities, she's killing it as an adult. And sometimes with me having no life, I don't always remember that, in the sense where if I text her and she sends me like one-worded messages or doesn't reply for hours, I take it personally because I forget, and my anxiety is just like, she hates you, she doesn't want to be your friend anymore, you're annoying her, and then 3 hours later she replies saying she's sorry and she loves me, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And it happens a lot on an unfortunately consistent basis because my anxiety is just this piece of shit that tells me that all the time. I feel like my anxiety sometimes hinders my interpersonal relationships because a lot of the time I don't talk about my anxiety unless I'm with people I'm close to, and I'm always with my close friends, so I talk about it all the time. But there are certain friends that I am close to, but I feel like I can't talk to them because they don't understand what having anxiety is like Joey. I asked him if he experiences anxiety or stress, and he's more on the stress side, which makes sense because I know him. So sometimes I want to talk to him about this stuff. I feel like a broken record all the time, and I feel like he doesn't truly understand what I'm going through, and I can't expect him to, nor do I want him to. Like when you first told me that you were experiencing anxiety and depression, I was so sad because you are like the sunshine in my life that doesn't deserve to feel this darkness around you. So yeah, that's just kind of how I see it.
Everyone's different. Everyone deals with this stuff differently. Like, it can be very hard opening up about it because you don't, well, at least for me, I feel like I don't want to bother people, and I feel like I'm constantly just like, oh, she's sad all the time, so like, let's not talk about this, and so like, let's put on a face and be happy. And majority of the times I am happy, but sometimes it does happen, and I don't want to bother anyone. So I don't want anyone else to feel like that, so when she feels like that, I feel sad, and I try my best to want her, make her feel appreciated. Yeah, thank you. Am I too far? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, let me.
Sorry.
That bothered me, and I was like, okay, we're like 10 minutes in, and it's already fucked. All right, cool.
No, it's cool.
Anyway, continue.
You don't want to see my fucked up hair anyway. So
Shut up. Anyway,
And it's just hard to open up about that stuff, really. Everyone's different. Everyone doesn't want to admit it, but I'm sure people feel some type of form of it. Depending on the person, like for me and her, we like talking about it to each other because we feel it's safe and a comfortable environment to do so. And honestly, letting it out and talking about it to someone that you care about, it makes us feel better. That's why we're good friends, because we have a good relationship and communication.
Yeah, communication is so big for me. And then let's talk about my depression. Yeah, you are very well aware of my depression and kind of what happens when I get depressed. So, ironically, I had a very bad depressive episode yesterday. It was, my depressive episodes last either a day, a month, or like a week. It all really depends on what's going on in my life. But yesterday was really bad. I was crying for 20 minutes straight. I just could not stop. I was talking to Alberto, and he was trying to make me feel better and rationalize it all, and it was just not a good time. But thankfully, instead of just wallowing in my room alone, I was able to see her and Gracie, and we got out and did stuff, and it was really nice, and I really needed that, and I love you so much. God damn it. Yeah, with my depression, I tend to have suicidal tendencies. Like, I think about it all the time. These thoughts like, people are better off without you. All your problems would be solved if you just died. Oh my god, you're thinking too much? Well, if you die, that wouldn't be a problem anymore. And that's kind of like consistent thoughts that run through my head the entire day. And sometimes the volume interchanges. Sometimes it's a whisper, sometimes it's a yelling, and it all just depends on the day. But again, I have my friends to help me out with that and to kind of remind me that I am loved and that I should be alive and that I should be here, and that they will deal with my irrationality no matter what. So thanks to all of you guys that put up with me forever.
It's a very interesting subject, and I keep going on about this, but I find it very important because some people don't understand what it's like going through. Recently, I went through a really, really low point in my life, and it was like, well, it was overwhelming to the point that I've never felt anything like that before. It was bad to the point where I just didn't want to do anything in life, and I just wanted to lay there and just like wanted time to pass by and just like leave me. I don't know how to explain it, but I basically was okay with just like rotting away, which is really weird to say, but it was like I felt so hopeless, and it was just weird. And then she was there for me, so like this is my sunshine, and like holy fuck. But I love her so much, but like it's difficult because you don't know what it's like if you've never experienced it. So it's very easy for you to judge other people and say like, get over it, it's fine. But like you don't understand until you feel that overwhelming sense of like sadness or just like hopelessness and like nothingness, and it's terrible, and I wish no one would ever feel that way. But unfortunately, life is like that where we get low points. So just point of my statement is don't judge other people. Just be patient and like try to understand what they're going through and things like that. Yeah.
Very points. Yeah, depression is this debilitating thing. And the thing with having anxiety and depression, the way that I feel about it when I'm experiencing both at the same time, it's like I'm lying in bed and I'm so depressed I don't want to do anything, but my anxiety is making me worry about laying in bed all day and not doing anything. So it's this constant push and pull of what do I do and how do I cope with this, because I don't want to do anything, but at the same time I feel guilty for not doing anything. And then the third thing that I go through is my body dysmorphia, which I have been experiencing all my fucking life. Like, I think it's always been there, and to finally put a name to it, it's very reassuring and comforting. And I think there are different levels of body dysmorphia, of like feeling it. Obviously, people do get insecure about the way they look, but body dysmorphia is where it hinders you to the point of it cripples you from doing things that you want to do. Like for me, sometimes I would stare at myself in the mirror, just nitpicking everything wrong with my face, everything wrong with my body. And this weekend I went to Hollywood Horror Night with my best friends, and we were going on the tram. The tram?
Yeah, it's the tour tram.
The tour tram. Very fun, but I think I told you about it, but very briefly. We were driving past one of the sets of the Old Western, and there were a lot of windows, and we stopped. And I looked to look at the sets, and then I look at my reflection in the window, and I'm like, fuck, because I feel like I look just huge. And I was like, that has to be like the reflection and just the way the mirror is. And I kind of fixed myself and my posture, and I was like, nope, you are really that gigantic. That is awesome. That is great. And the entire rest of the ride and part of the night, I kept trying to shake it, and I kept trying to not let it get to me, but it did. At last it did. And it's been sticking with me, and I partly think it's because ever since I stopped being vegan, I did gain weight. Because that's normal, but I haven't been going to the gym as often as I'd like to, but it's just very hard to not love yourself despite taking care of yourself. Because when I was vegan, like the last month and a half, I wasn't eating to the point of like I almost would faint every day because I just wasn't eating anything, and that's my fault obviously, but I decided to take care of myself, but I guess I lost certain elements in there. Another thing that I hate about my body dysmorphia is that I have stopped myself from uploading certain videos that I wanted to post because I look at myself and I'm like, dude, how are you this big? Like, how did you get to this point kind of thing? And it's annoying because I would bring it up to my friends and they're just like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, do you not see this? And they're just like, what about it? They don't think it's as big of a deal as they make it out to be. And I do believe you guys, because when you point out your insecurities to me, I feel the same way, but I guess mine is just so heightened that I freak out and I just can't deal with it healthily.
Yes. Well, I mean, like, I understand because, like, how I see myself in, like, videos that you take of me, I'm just like, but I understand, like, that's probably how you feel, and I'm just like, you're crazy because I see you and I think you're fine, but, like, how you see yourself, you're just like, but I'm like, you're crazy, so yeah, that's my 2 cents.
It's a vicious cycle. Me complaining about my weight eating Taco Bell. Like, I do this to myself, I could eat healthier, but also broke college student, so now the final thing that we're gonna kind of touch up on is ways of coping and treatment and things like that. So I see a therapist at school, and I need to make another appointment with her, so I gotta do that. She's wonderful and amazing, and I love her to death. Like, it's crazy how much she remembers things about my life, because it makes me feel important, and like she actually pays attention to me, and it's great. Like her and my psychology teacher right now, I think if it wasn't for them, I would have never changed my major, and I'm so thankful for them. But yeah, therapy is so important. I can't even explain how important it is to me. I don't think a year and a half ago, if I didn't go to therapy, I wouldn't be here. I think during that really bad depressive episode that I had, it was so bad. So I'll leave it at that, but very important. Also talking to your friends, talking to people that you trust, and confiding in them and letting your guard down kind of thing is very important too. So I guess for me personally, since I am an extrovert, I love talking to people and I love having these important conversations, but not everyone is like that. Not everyone likes to communicate their feelings. Some people prefer to bottle it all down and not talk about it at all. Not you.
I know.
Yeah, but that's them. Don't take it personally if they don't talk to you about their fucking problems.
Patience. You know?
3 years is enough.
Patience.
But also music, art, videos, exercising are all valid and important ways to cope with mental illnesses. Julie, what do you do to cope with these issues?
For me,
number one is I found talking to people that I love and trust, like my friends, about it. It does make it feel better when I do talk to people about it, but like only people I trust, because if I open up to the wrong people, I got trust issues. If I open up to the wrong people, I think they're going to use that information against me, or at least spread it around, and I don't necessarily like that. I try to focus on the positive. Like, I think, okay, I can't do this, so I'm gonna try to do this with my day. Like, I try to stay busy all the time, because it makes my, I guess, life full, if that makes sense. Like, if I feel like I'm not doing anything, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I'm weird. I love spending time with loved ones. That really makes me happy. And hugs. When it's really bad, hugs are awesome. And music, yeah. All those, like, small things are really great.
When I'm really depressed, I love hugs and just sitting there and just, you know, having that physical, like, contact. But it's funny because if I'm on the brink of crying and someone hugs me, I lose it. Like, the dam is broken.
Oh, same.
Like, I remember one time, I think we were at work and you wanted to hug me, and I was like, no, get away from me, I will cry right now. And you were like, okay, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, it's not you. I just don't feel like crying right now, and I know if you touch me, I will just let it out. Because I feel safe with her, and I feel safe with all of my friends. So the fact that I can release that with them is great. But sometimes I'm like, no, I can't cry right now. I need to just hold it in until later.
Okay, there's another thing. Sometimes you freak out and you get like super like just like and then you like apologize later. I'm like, you weren't even that bad. Like, I understand. I know when to give you your space, and like when you don't, like when you want to, like, I guess, to be near people when you don't. So I'm just like, I don't take it personally.
I mean, I feel like I snap at you a lot in the sense, I know I don't call you a bitch. I'm not like, fuck you.
No, she doesn't say like, fuck you, bitch, you need to fucking leave alone. She's more just like, she feels like she's freaking out. She's like, I need to go, I need to go, I need to go. I'm like, okay, all right, it's cool, it's fine.
I try to express my emotions and communicate, because I feel like assumptions and pent up anger is not the best. So I do my best to talk to you and make sure that you know that I'm not angry at you. It's more just my mental, like, gears turning.
Usually I understand when you're like, when you called me, or when I called you on the phone, you were just like, hi, yeah, okay. And I'm just like, okay, there's different scenarios that could go down. 1, she's upset at me. 2, she didn't eat. 3, things are not going her way besides me. So I don't know, one of the 3. And I'm just like, did you eat today? After coffee? And she's like, no. I'm like, that makes sense. Okay, I understand.
That's all you needed to know. Oh, I hate you. But I love that you know me so well. Jesus Christ. So yeah. But to kind of just wrap this up in a nice, neat bow, your mental illnesses are valid. You deserve to get the help that you need. Don't feel weak for taking a mental health day for yourself. Like, I did one yesterday and I missed class, and I emailed my professor and he understood. So don't be afraid to ask for help. You're valid, your feelings are valid, you're not alone, you are loved, you are important. And I think if you need to hear those things, I mean that genuinely. And I just wanted to also take a moment to say thank you for watching my videos and liking what I put out there, even the depressing ones, and I really appreciate it. And the comments I get just mean the absolute world to me, and I love you guys, and know that I'm always here for you. Don't forget to tell your loved ones you love them, because you don't really know how much time you have left. I love you too. God damn it. Alright, you guys, so remember, be yourself, spread love, stay beautiful, and I will see you very soon. And if you want to see more of Julia's face, I will link some of her social medias down bar below, or whatever else. I don't know, like Instagram. I don't know.
Hashtag come to Elefante. It's coming to SF November 4th. Tickets are only $25 at SF State. You don't have to be a student. Check it out. Please put that link. That'd be
Alright,
awesome.
fine.
That's my baby.
Yeah.
Come out, please. Thank you.
Alright, there you go. Promo for her event and
Concert.
Oh,
sorry. Benefits go to autism research. It's really important, but like, if you can come out, it's really cheap. That'd be dope. Sorry. Okay, done.
No, that's important too. Autism is valid and important to know about. And I'm probably gonna like talk more about this stuff if you guys want to know more about kind of what I go through in more depth or whatever. I can do that. So yeah, I won't do my outro again, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I love you. So I'll see you soon. Bye guys.